talking briefly in my last video about how that aphorism, the mind is embodied and the body is embedded, can be kind of replayed, potentially for fun and profit, to read that the brain is embodied and the body is embedded, and the mind is what the brain does. So I'm just wondering what happens if you add another circuit to that loop. And it's pure speculation. I'm not claiming any wisdom at all here, or even any intelligence, actually. How would it come out if we were to say that the mind is embrained? I think I'm probably making that word up. The mind is embrained, the brain is embodied, and the body is embedded. So as the body is kind of an emergent property, an emergent entity that comes out of the world, which kind of literally does. I mean, being born is a bit like it's literally emerging, but it is a bit like it's not spontaneous, but it is a bit like the generation of something out of it is a bit like a complex system of the world, causing entities to emerge within it. So I don't think that's completely outrageous to say that the body is a kind of an emergent property of the world. And the brain, is it valid to say that the brain is a kind of an emergent property of the body? Well, I guess to the extent that the brain, presumably the development of the brain was in lockstep with the evolution of our bodies, developed alongside it, developed to serve particular functions in that evolutionary narrative. It kind of makes sense to say that the brain is a kind of an emergent result of the external physical sensory motor systems of the body's engagement with the stuff of the world. And then this last loop in the chain, which I think is probably only really applicable to humans, if I'm honest. I don't think animals have got minds. They've got something else, and it's not a value judgment in any way, but I don't think they've got minds. Is the mind is a kind of emergent, and I know it's a sloppy term, but never mind, as an emergent property of complex human brains. That makes kind of sense. So the mind is embrained, the brain is embodied, the body is embedded. But since I'm doing this gesture with my hands, I'll just pull out so I can do. I find myself doing this gesture. Mind is embrained, brain is embodied, body is embedded. It's reminded me of a video with Ken Wilbur, who I have a few problems with, I don't deny it. But he's entertaining. I think some of his ideas are poetically interesting. In one of his videos, he does this gesture. I think I've spoken about it before. But he's talking about Brahman. He says, the world is an illusion. How's it go again? The world is an illusion. Only Brahman is real. Brahman is the world. And he does this gesture. I'm just reminding myself of somatically. So maybe I can play that across it. So the mind is embrained. The brain is embodied. The body is embedded within the world. The world is embrained. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, the mind is embrained. The brain is embodied. The body is embedded. The world is minded.